So you're thinking about moving to St. Thomas, Ontario. Well, in this video, we're gonna give you a 30,000 foot view. We're gonna profile some of the neighborhoods you wanna think about. We're gonna introduce you to some locals. We're gonna talk price points of houses, but really we're gonna do the heavy lifting for you. So sit back and enjoy. If it's your first time coming to this channel, I'm Justin from Prime, and people just like you are coming to this channel to find the very best places that they want to live in southwestern Ontario. We also drop off-market inventory and market insights here all the time, so make sure you hit that subscription and notification button so you don't miss any future videos. This channel is for the people, by the people, and the videos that we create are usually recommended by you. So jump in the comments, let us know where you're relocating from, where you want us to cover, what types of homes you're looking for, and we may surprise you with some of the videos we've done, or we'll go out and shoot the areas for you.
Hey, I'm Nathan Smith.
And I'm Lindsay Gowan.
And we're bringing you another focal point of St. Thomas. Behind us we have the elevated park, which was bought over by On Track St. Thomas, a organization within St. Thomas to revitalize historic functions. And what they've done here is amazing. It's completely community funded. Home Hardware brought a lot of materials and a lot of work, along with a bunch of artists within the community that have monuments here, and it's absolutely stunning in the summer. You have these amazing skies and beautiful sights to take a look at. The really cool thing about this is the municipality finds it very important to protect the heritage around our name being the railway city. You'll see it amongst the city. You'll have trains and roundabouts and other, the queso station is another really good site that they've completely revitalized its heritage. But there's many reasons why you can invest in St. Thomas. Lindsay, why don't you take us through?
Yeah, let's go check out where the new Starbucks is going, and I'll walk you through some reasons why you should be investing in St. Thomas, Ontario.
So a little history on St. Thomas. It was founded in the 1800s and is still known to this day as the Railway City. You can still visit a gorgeous building named Queso Station, one of my favorites to photograph when I'm in the area. And it was a hub for transportation for a very, very long time. Now it grew and grew into a manufacturing and really hardworking blue collar town, and is evolving into a primary market now, mainly because of its proximity to cities like London. So if you're following the story of southwestern Ontario, what happened in the GTA, well, it's happening in the greater London area, and St. Thomas is poised for that growth. As manufacturing evolved and people started opening up more and more businesses in St. Thomas, the Economic Development Corporation saw that, and we saw a slew of new businesses setting up roots in St. Thomas. Not only that, it got attention from a national stage when Amazon decided to set up shop just outside of St. Thomas in Talbotville at the site of the old Ford plant, and Starbucks is now setting up shop in St. Thomas. And my good friend Scott McGilvery always says, follow the Starbucks. When you have these companies that have institutional level analysis as where they're going to develop, you want to follow that, because it's going to be an opportunity for a short window before the entire world knows about St. Thomas. Another note from the local development perspective is Fanshawe College actually set up a secondary campus in the area, and seeing more institutional development like that on top of Amazon, on top of Starbucks, really bodes well for the growth of St. Thomas.
We're now in the epicenter of St. Thomas. We've got loads of commercial around us, one of the 10 Tim Hortons around us, and we've got amazing development happening behind us. Now, I know I was your realtor at one point, and I hope I did a really good job on selling you in St. Thomas, but what are the top reasons that you want to invest here?
Yeah, you did. And I started investing here in 2018, and it's been great to see the growth that's happened during that time. So one of the top reasons I love St. Thomas is that growth opportunity. So you're seeing these developments happening. You're seeing Starbucks coming to St. Thomas. I know I say it all the time. You've got Amazon warehouse, and you've also got all of these boutique little shops coming in from London. So when you start seeing that, I think it was Bigger Pockets that said, when you start seeing 1 in 4 kind of houses turning over on the street, or those trendy restaurants coming in, that's the time to buy. And that's what we're seeing now, right?
100%.
So that's a great opportunity. So we're seeing cash flow opportunities. So your purchase price in St. Thomas is usually significantly less for a similar type of property, but your rents are very comparable. So you're looking at higher cash flow. So if cash flow is something that you're looking for, and one of your top things when you're investing, and you're liking the idea of London, Ontario, maybe taking a 20-minute drive down the road to St. Thomas is the best option for you.
It's not that far, 20 minutes, like it goes by really quickly.
Exactly. And then you've got a very high rental demand. I think when the last listing that I posted, rental listing, I had 58 inquiries within the first 24 hours.
Yeah.
I mean, not all of them are amazing applications, but it just shows the potential out there. And then from that, I was able to get an amazing tenant, great jobs, and they're absolutely loving the unit. They're taking great care of it. So you're seeing those ideal tenants in this area as well.
Yeah. Beyond with the development behind us, one thing you touched on is the Amazon factory that's coming to us on the west side of town. That's going to bring an amazing amount of jobs to the city, which is just going to completely change our economy for the better thing.
Exactly. And you mentioned the city. The city is so much easier to deal with. I love the city of St. Thomas. When we're talking about rental licenses in London, St. Thomas doesn't have that. So it's a little bit easier to maybe add units. They're very pro more units in St. Thomas. So we're looking at that development. We're looking at that growth. And yeah, I mean, there's so many more. I could talk about St. Thomas all day long. I think I do. But let's let you take over and tell us about living in St. Thomas.
Let's do it.
A couple fun facts about St. Thomas. NHL star Joe Thornton is from the area and very well known there. If you've ever watched The Notebook, Rachel McAdams is from St. Thomas as well. And last but not least, DJ Kensington from NASCAR fame is also from the area. Among other notable celebrities came from little old St. Thomas. So let's get into the numbers. In the first quarter of 2022, the average price for a home in St. Thomas was about $728,000 to $823,000, but don't let that scare you, right? They're looking at the average of all the different home types, and there are some very expensive homes hedging up to the $1.4 million range, all the way down to attached, semi-attached, new condo opportunities that never really came to the market before that are much more affordable. I think it really comes down to the neighborhoods that you want to be in, the home style and lifestyle that you want, and what your buying cycle is. We can definitely help you ascertain what that might be and where you might be able to find success in the St. Thomas market. One note I'll make when it comes to the numbers is St. Thomas is just known as being 15 to 25% cheaper than a lot of the other major primary markets, yet it's on its trajectory up to be one of the major markets in southwestern Ontario. So definitely a ship that you want to get on if you're looking for market appreciation.
What you can see throughout this park and all these neighborhoods is they're all interconnected. We have these bike paths and walking paths around Lake Margaret, but it also extends through Pinafore into the inner city and also out to the southern end of St. Thomas. So you can virtually get anywhere biking or walking east-west, virtually south to downtown St. Thomas.
And if you're a nature lover, you're definitely going to want to visit St. Thomas. They have some of the most beautiful topography I've seen. If you look at Pinafore Park, Berry Park, Lake Margaret, the proximity to Port Stanley Beach, just minutes away. We did an entire neighborhood video on that area. It is one of those spots that you don't really feel cramped in and just living in a box next to a million other people. You have nature at almost every area of St. Thomas. And I love how they integrated the nature with the growth and development at the same time, a very special attribute about St. Thomas.
Well, I figured this would be an amazing place to end the video. I mean, I could riff about this location for days, but what do you find amazing about this?
Oh my goodness, we're here in the Courthouse District. You're getting these large, beautiful houses, and I love a good older house with some character. I know that you're not really getting those in the newer subdivisions, which you also have here, but I'm loving the Courthouse District for sure.
This is by far one of my favorite locations, and you'll find me living here, I think, the rest of my life. But now you've seen some of the focal points of St. Thomas, why it's so important, why the lifestyle here is amazing, and why it's another really good place to invest. If you're interested at all, please feel free to get in touch with either one of us at Prime. Yeah, thank you.
So in summary, St. Thomas offers a wide variety of housing types, whether you're looking for an estate property backing onto Lake Margaret, a gorgeous custom new build. You want to be right in the mix of things in the city. There are affordable and a little bit more spread out options. You just need to let us know what you're looking for. As I mentioned at the beginning of the video, people just like you are contacting us right from this channel. So just reach out to us below. We'll set up a one-on-one consultation. We'd love to meet you, show you the pros and cons, where you might want to end up, and do the heavy lifting for you. Make sure you subscribe, hit that notification button. And like I said, let us know what you want us to cover. Let us know where you're from, what you're looking for. We'll go out, we'll do the heavy lifting for you, and can't wait to meet you.